Hello everybody, welcome back to another cryptocurrency technical analysis video. Today we had a green day, at least so far. It's currently 1:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we've got a pretty good move so far in the crypto space. So let me actually start on the daily time frame, okay? So I did talk about how the support line is, how this diagonal trend line is pretty important in my last video, and how we can see multiple bounces, 1, 2, 3, 4, if we zoom in a little bit here, 5 bounces. And if we also draw this trend line from this the top of 20k all the way down, we get a triangle, symmetrical triangle in an uptrend. So this looks like good news. The bad news about this is that symmetrical triangles are 50-50, and if it breaks to the downside, we could be seeing lower of 4k probably. So with all that being said, the daily RSI is near the lower scale, so that means we're at least going to get a bounce before we go lower, if we do decide to go lower. And on the weekly, we've kind of exhausted ourselves from this little move down. So the peak RSI was up here at about 88 on the weekly, and we had a pretty significant move down right here, but that only lasted a couple weeks, and we crashed and came back up, and we've had this pattern going on. So for about like a year, right? We're a little bit more than a year. So with all that being said, we could assume that if we're following the weekly RSI, we could be seeing, this symmetrical triangle is pointing towards the upside on the weekly and the daily. On the monthly, let's go on the logarithm, or the linear scale. Our RSI is still pre-2017 levels. We did get a move down, so it would be reasonable to expect at least a bounce, and we are just nearing the beginning of the overbought stage on the monthly. So what this means, if we're just going off the monthly, if this symmetrical triangle breaks out towards the downside, the monthly would probably go around here. These levels probably around like 40 to 50, which is around what this crash was back in, from 2013 to 2015, around there. And then we had this move up, and we could see that play out if this triangle breaks towards the downside. So I think it all comes down to where this is going to break out. So on a little bit of a shorter time frame, let's go on the 1 hour. I did a live stream yesterday, a short little one. Not many people tuned in, but I wasn't really expecting them to be honest. But what I did say during that live stream, go on the 30-minute actually, it was around this drop, right? So we had this pennant, we moved down, and I did say that it wouldn't be unreasonable to touch this and then have a bounce. And since this triangle is such large scale, this bounce is really nothing compared to the larger scale of things, you know what I mean? But anyway, so we had this bounce, and if we zoom in, I think 15 minute, no, maybe 5 minute. 5 minute, I traded this bull flag. No, I traded this one. Never mind. Sorry. Delete that. So I was about to say, like, what's going on? So traded this on Bitmex with 3 times leverage. So got this move up, and I protected my gains when it came back down. Took a couple bucks profit off this. It was not a successful trade for me. And then we got this move up right here, and we had another test of this support. Or support is really like an area more than a specific line. So right here, let me pull up a rectangle. So right here would be where you would buy, because you had rejection from this price area, and it was near support, and you would buy right here, and you would hope, oops, and your target would be like right here. But considering you just saw like such a large move up right here, you would probably just have held. And you know, yeah, this pennant right here, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, so to run you through my play for yesterday, unfortunately, I bought right here. Wait, let me see. No, I think I bought like right here before I was about to go to bed to call it quits because I was tired, and I set a stop. Unfortunately, I don't want to say the specific number because it's embarrassing, but I pretty much woke up and I was right here, and I saw that I got stopped out, and I was pretty pissed. So I re-entered right here, and when I saw this pennant, well, actually I thought it was a bull flag at first, but this pennant makes it move higher than the bull flag would be, so I'm gonna say it's a pennant. Also, it looks more like a pennant than anything else, so let me go on the 15 minute. And so this confirms the move higher, and I've pretty much made back all my losses from this move down here, and I'm just looking to kind of hold until we get to a significant area, probably like right here. Right here is probably where it's gonna hit and then drop. Let me make it a little bit more clear. So probably like this area right here. Or another possibility, we could see it kind of try to get through this resistance. It kind of looks like it's breaking right now, but it kind of does this sometimes. It breaks, and then it either retests or it fails to break, and then it forms another pattern and it breaks again. And either way, I'm expecting this resistance level to just kind of hold for now at least. And I don't know where my price target is yet, but I'll probably have so much protection by the time it starts to really start crumbling that I'll be able to have some time to decide. But yeah, my current price target is around 10K, and that's that. So let's go to Ethereum. Gotta go on the linear scale for this one. So, excuse me, this triangle, well, I don't even want to call this a triangle. Like I said, these two support and resistance lines are converging. It is beginning to start looking like a triangle in my eyes, at least now, because we had the Bitcoin triangle, and that looks more like something to me. This triangle is looks wonky to me, and it still looks kind of wonky, but if the Bitcoin triangle breaks upwards, then I mean this is going to break upwards, and I mean it is what it is, you know. If this breaks upwards, then Bitcoin is going to break upwards, and vice versa. Let's go on the 1 hour, see if I see anything. So yeah, like Ethereum is popping upwards. Actually, let's go on the 30-minute. Okay, it kind of looks like, I mean, it had the same kind of pattern. There's a bull flag right here. Well, more a megaphone than anything, but yeah, breaks upwards, kind of forms another one, and it's moving upwards. Let's go to Litecoin, same exact pattern, and this is how you know that we've got market synergy again, instead of where we were before, where Litecoin was kind of moving sideways and Ethereum was moving sideways and Ripple was moving sideways, and then Bitcoin was kind of just moving up. Now they're all doing the same thing. So to Ripple, let's go to Bitmex. So Ripple is actually doing the exact same thing, and you can see bull flag right here. I'm not going to draw that exactly perfect, but you can kind of see it. So bull flag and like a megaphone, and we're moving upwards. So back to Bitcoin, just to wrap it all up. Let's go on the logarithmic. So for short term, looks like it is going to kind of move sideways a little bit here because the RSI is starting to get exhausted. And yeah, that's the whole thing. I wouldn't be too excited just yet though, and the reason is because a lot of the times on these triangles, before we make a significant move, what happens is there's a move and then we come halfway. So for example, if this was going to break downwards, we would do something like, let me pull out the brush. So we would do something like move down, come halfway, bounce, and then go like that. That's if we were going to move down. If we're going to move up, we would do something like this. We would hit resistance, come down halfway, and then break upwards. So it usually happens on these big patterns like this. And if you want to see some examples, you can stick around, but for those who don't, thank you for watching this video. Leave a like, comment, because those things actually really help me. The ratings boost, and for a small channel like me, it helps a lot. And yeah, donation links are in the description. I've swallowed my pride and gonna start including those. So for those who want to see what I'm talking about, let's go to Tron. So for Tron, we saw this move up, go halfway, and we break upwards again. And remove that drawing, and as you can see, we got that. So for Verge as well, I believe we had something like that. On that one. So as you can see on the 4 hour at least, let me zoom out. Oops. Alright, so for Verge, you can see we had the move down, we can see another one right here, and we go up like that. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Again, like and subscribe, donation links are in the description. Thank you for watching.